For more than 50 years, Rhino has been building flex-wing rotary cutters tough enough to mow down anything that gets in their way. But because not everyone needs that kind of power, we've introduced the TS12 Stealth Flex-Wing. It's a 12-foot flex-wing designed for tractors with 35 to 60 PTO horsepower. With its short turning radius, it's easier than ever to cut small areas. Plus, the TS12 Stealth's excellent cut quality combined with the 1.5-inch cut capacity makes it a perfect match for pastures or waterways on a farm or ranch. Although the TS12 Stealth is a lighter duty implement, it's still built with the same durability as its larger flex-wing counterparts. In fact, all of our products are well respected for their dependability and performance. So whether you're using the TS12 Stealth at home or on the farm, you'll find it safe and easy to use in large or small areas. We talked to Robert Jackson about putting the TS12 Stealth to work at Juddmonte Farms.
About a year ago, we was using a rear deck cutter, and then we purchased the TS12. With the swivel tongue, it's allowed us to get into the smaller paddocks and made the manicure of the field a lot better than what we've been getting beforehand. One of the great features of the TS12 is you only have one hydraulic hose to hook up. It controls the deck height as well as the wings. It's a lot easier on the operator, only having to fool with one hose instead of 2, 3, or even 4 hoses. It makes hookup time and detaching a lot easier and quicker.
Rhino engineer Dan Samet, leader of the TS12 Stealth design team, told us what went into creating a flex wing for lower horsepower tractors.
One of the main design goals with the TS12 Stealth was to be able to have a lighter weight flex wing unit that better fits the smaller tractors, but at the same time maintaining that rugged dependability that Rhino is known for. Some of the other design features that were built into the TS12 Stealth is that it has a very short wheelbase, and that makes the cutter very maneuverable, and it also has a great cut quality. We also designed a single point hydraulic system so that you can operate the entire flex wing with just one hydraulic hose.
The TS12 Stealth is ideal for pasture, waterway, and grounds maintenance, as well as farms and ranches. Hobby farmer and Rhino dealer Rachel Nelson explains how she uses the TS12 Stealth on her farm.
I use the TS12 in about 7 acres of property, plain pasture, a few trees, and just a few fences. It's easy to maneuver. The TS12 is very quiet. It's easy to put in corners around fences, and it's easy to get around big trees as well. The flex wing feature is nice. It's good for steep ditches like what we have around here, and it's also good for uneven pasture land. Makes it where the cutter doesn't cut into the ground as much as some other cutters do.
Rachel's not the only one taking advantage of the TS12 Stealth.
We've been using the TS12 ourselves for the past 2 years. We use it on all of our property around here, and we have several customers that are using it on a lot more acres than we are, using it on, probably 20 or 30 acres, and they love it. We haven't had any negative feedback, and they just only brag about the product. They really enjoy it.
The TS12 Stealth offers a number of features that make it an excellent option for smaller areas.
As we were mentioning before, the entire unit weighs 2,700 pounds, and we have less than 750 pounds here at the drawbar, which is important for the smaller tractors because they're limited to their weight capacity. And as you come from the drawbar back, we have the pivot, the rolling tongue feature, and that helps take more of that stress off the drawbar and gives that unit more flexibility. We also actually have the pivot here so that as you're making a turn, it puts this drive line in an equal angle position, and that allows that drive line then to be able to come across and have a tighter turning radius, so it makes the TS12 Stealth much more maneuverable than similar units. Then as we move back into the cutter, you can see that we have the same Bigfoot skid shoes that we use in the larger units. It has a much larger surface area so that you're not gouging into the ground. It's tapered front and rear as well as to the sides. And that same design philosophy carries through to the wing skids, where again we have a nice leading edge and rolled on the sides to prevent gouging your ground. One of the design goals of the TS12 again was to have the reduced tongue weight, and to do that we shorten the wheelbase. Shortening that wheelbase not only helps remove some of that weight from the drawbar, but it also gives us a better turning radius and much better maneuverability. It's easier to back into corners and near trees and such so that you can get a better cut. And at the same time, shortening that distance between the tongue and the tires makes it less prone to scalping. The TS12 Stealth was designed to have a smooth underside on the deck. Having that smooth underside really helps material flow. And when you combine that with the deep cut chamber that we have and the high strikes per foot of the blades, it gives you a very clean cut. We've also developed a new style blade carrier for the TS12 Stealth. And what we've done is we've removed the traditional round style pan and replaced that with this new innovative shape that has the leading edge that does the same type of functionality that the traditional pan would, but in a lighter weight unit. So it pulls much easier on the smaller tractors.
Maintenance of the TS12 Stealth is smooth and simple, as Rachel explains.
The TS12 is easy to maintain. I like that it's easy to find the grease fittings, it's easy to find the oil plugs, it's not a big hassle. It's really easy to maintain and upkeep. It's easy to clean and wash off, you know, at the end of your run of cutting. Really nice features on it that make it easy to clean. And it withstands the weather really well.
Convenience and ease of use are just a couple of reasons people choose the TS12 Stealth.
I remember that one of the customers called the TS12 a mean looking machine, and we've had several other customers that have compared it to other flex wing cutters, the 15 foots, and they like the 12-foot Stealth simply because it's smaller, it's easier to move around, easier to haul, and the price is good for it.
I would definitely recommend the TS12 for farm owners and homeowners that have areas where a normal riding mower just won't cut it. It's great for areas where you have a bunch of trees and obstacles. It's been a really great mower so far.
If you're looking for the versatility and durability of a Rhino flex wing cutter, but don't have a tractor large enough to pull a 15-foot unit, the TS12 Stealth Flex Wing is for you. It offers the features that large operations and smaller and hobby farms can take advantage of, from its single-point hydraulic system and shorter turning radius to its ability to work in uneven terrain. The TS12 Stealth has everything you want in a lighter-duty flex wing. Rhino, born to lead. Learn more about the TS12 Stealth at service-rhino.com. For easy access to technical specs, locations of the nearest dealer, or any other information you might need while mowing, the TS12 Stealth has a QR code conveniently located next to the serial tag. Simply scan the QR code with your smartphone's QR reader and it will take you to the Rhino mobile website.